Alright. Day 2 of free agency is done, and we had some big moves with role player changing teams and a star being released. Speaking of that, we have to start the video talking about the Bucks moves because signing Miles Turner is crazy in itself, but cutting Dame is wild. Now, Miles Turner is a legit stretch 5, which is the best kind of 5 to have next to Giannis, as we've seen with Brook Lopez on the Bucks for the past 7 years. While Miles Turner is a decent rim protector, and he's in the middle of his prime, he's not the same level of rim protector Brook Lopez was from 2019 to 2023. But the Bucks are betting on Miles Turner can somewhat replicate that, and them paying him over $26 million for the next 4 years is not too crazy. But when you factor in they cut Dame so they could sign Miles Turner and are paying $22 million over the next 5 years for Dame to be gone, when you combine all of that, the Bucks are making a $49 million per year investment for the next 4 years that getting Miles Turner will move the needle for them. Listen, Miles Turner is a good player, but he's a bad rebounder for his position. He's a okay rim protector, so there's a lot of pressure on Giannis defensively to cover up the holes Miles Turner has on top of the huge offensive load he has to carry. Not to mention, Miles Turner struggles to attack mismatches and is a below average playmaker despite only ever being asked to make basic reads. Now, the East will be very weak next season, and Giannis is great enough to get the Bucks in the playoffs as a 5th or 6th seed. Maybe the Bucks could win a playoff series, but I doubt it because after Giannis and Miles Turner, the Bucks roster is very questionable. I mean, their third best player is either Gary Trent Jr., Bobby Portis, or Kyle Kuzma. Like, let's be serious. Now, going to the part of Dame getting cut, I just feel bad for him, man. After all those years rotting away in Portland, him and Giannis was supposed to be the next great NBA duo, but instead it was 2 injury-riddled seasons. He suffered a blood clot. Then he rushed back from the blood clot just to tear his Achilles this past postseason, and for all that, it amounted to 3 playoff wins in the past 2 years. We don't know what Dame will look like post-Achilles injury, but honestly, he should just sit out this entire year, get his body right, then sign with a playoff team or contender next offseason, and I hope he can return to somewhat near the level he was this past season. Also, I have to say this, players being loyal is great, but this situation with Dame is a prime example of why players should always put themselves first, and we shouldn't be mad at them for doing so, because organizations will immediately throw a player to the curb as soon as the best benefits them. To wrap up the Bucks moves, signing Gary Harris, re-signing Jericho Sims, and trading Pat Connaughton are honestly whatever, but having to give up 2 second-round picks just to get rid of Connaughton when they already are limited on picks is bad. Yesterday, them re-signing Gary Trent Jr. and Taurean Prince were solid moves, but with all the moves they did today, the grade the Bucks get is a B-. Going to the next move, which is the Knicks signing Gershon Yabusele for 2 years, $12 million. This is a good pickup for the Knicks. Gershon gives them a legit stretch big. He shot 38% from 3 on almost 4 attempts a game. In particular, on wide open threes last season, he shot 42% on 140 attempts, giving the Knicks flexibility to play him next to Cat. And Gershon played 45 of his minutes last season at the 5, giving the Knicks the option to still play 5-out lineups when Cat is on the bench, and getting him on this contract is good value. The grade is an A. Going to the Nuggets, they only traded Dario Saric for Jonas Valanciunas and signed Tim Hardaway Jr. to a 1-year deal. Jonas is a solid backup big, which the Nuggets haven't had during the Jokic era, but now Jokic not only has 1 backup center option, but 2 with Jonas and Deron Holmes. Them signing Tim Hardaway Jr. is a solid signing. Yes, he's a streaky shooter, but the Nuggets are adding another real rotational player that can provide movement shooting. The amount of real rotational players the Nuggets now have is a night and day difference from this past season. With getting Cam Johnson and Bruce Brown on Monday, in addition with getting Jonas and Hardaway, they've cemented themselves as a top 3 team out west. Their grade for getting Jonas and Hardaway is an A-. Now, going to the Kings, signing Dennis Schroder for 3 years, $45 million, it's fine. He's a solid player and the Kings really need a point guard play. He can do a solid job organizing the offense, provide solid rim pressure and playmaking, but this move shows the Kings are committed to being mid when they clearly need to rebuild. This franchise has been wandering aimlessly for decades. The grade is a B-. With the Raptors re-signing Poeltl, while this is a lot of money, but for one, Jakob is a good player and the Raptors had no other choice. They passed up on drafting Kaman Maluach, who could have been his successor, and they have no option right now to pivot from Jakob. You can't question where the Raptors going long term. They have a lot of money committed to a core that might be at best a first round exit, so the grade is a B+. Lastly, with the Pistons acquiring Duncan Robinson in a sign and trade, and I missed them signing Caris LeVert yesterday, so I'm gonna talk about it here. Duncan Robinson fills in the Malik Beasley role. He's not as good of a shooter as Beasley, but he's still a good shooter off the catch and on the move. He can attack a closeout and make secondary reads. Caris LeVert provides a scoring punch off the bench, while also giving the Pistons another ball handler outside of Cade and Jaden Ivey. He's a solid playmaker, closeout attacker, and can reliably make plays against a tilted defense. Both of these moves shows us that Malik Beasley's career might be cooked, but the grade for both signings is a B. I appreciate you watching the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments your favorite and least favorite move from day 2 of free agency. See you on the next one.